Welcome to the Windows Computer and Technology channel. And one of the questions that I got that is interesting, it concerns the fact that, moving from Windows 10 to Windows 11. And he asks a few questions about the move. First of all, he mentions that if all of my PCs were compatible with Windows 11, because he knows that one of my PC that I use for Windows 10 is not upgradable. He asked if I would move all my PCs to Windows 11. Well, the Windows 10 PC, if it would be compatible with Windows 11, I would still keep it in Windows 10 purely for the fact that for this channel, I do still need a Windows 10 machine to make videos, as there's still a high number of people on Windows 10. But that said, when the Windows 10 operating system would go below a certain threshold, I would move it to Windows 11, yes. And actually, what I will do next year, as we're going to begin the extended year for support, as the numbers go down and as I see that it's less and less relevant to keep my Windows 10 machine, I will actually transform it into a Linux distro machine. So that will be the case, and it will probably be used for introducing more. It will be easier for me to do it that way, introducing more, trying different distros and introducing some Linux videos mixed in with the Windows videos. For sure. One of the things also, because I do say, that it's a Windows computers and technology, I'd like to maybe mix a little bit of other stuff in it so that people have a feel of everything else. I was maybe thinking of acquiring a Mac Mini for the purpose of different things related to videos here on my amateur radio, shortwave radio channel. But if it was compatible Windows 11, every machine would eventually be on Windows 11. The other question he's asking is, he's on Windows 10, his machine is compatible with Windows 11. Why should he move to Windows 11? Well, that's more of a personal question. The answer lies much more in what you want. If you're happy with Windows 10 and are not sure you want to move on for now, just stay with Windows 10 and take that extended 1 year. And, you'll see at some point if you want to move on or not. That's where you'll know if it is something you want to do. It all depends on so many things moving on from Windows 10 to 11. As long as Windows 10 is supported and everything updates, and everything works. If your preference is to stay on Windows 10, there's nothing wrong with that. Personally, I'm an enthusiast. I like seeing new things, changing things around, and going ahead with new features and new operating systems. So, of course, that's why I move on to Windows 11 as soon as it was released, and that's why I, would move all my machines there. The third question is there anything that would be negative about moving to Windows 11? Honestly, I don't see one. Personally, I find Windows 11 refreshing, interesting. Yeah, it's not perfect, but I like that it feels more modern, and that's me. But it depends on who you are and what you like and what you don't like. Some people don't like the new interface the way it is. I think a lot of the hate, once again, is much more directed at the lack of, machines that are updatable to Windows 11 because of the minimum requirements. Because personally, I find Windows 11 pretty nice. Actually, two of my family members just moved to Windows 11 with new PCs, and both of them like Windows 11. They say it's nice and it's fine. So, and I think the majority of Windows users that went to Windows 11, they find it okay. There's not, it works fine. So, and, we're moving on. That's the way it is, unfortunately, for some. But that's the way it is. But there's nothing wrong in keeping Windows 10. That's for sure. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.